The man hurriedly put the dog back in the safe and closed the car window with super speed. But when called the robot back, he had to set the last nail. The sandstorm of level 80 was about to come. Fortunately, the robot was finally fixed at the last minute. Then he ran back to the car without saying a word. But he didn't wait for the two of them to relax in a second. The car was rolled into the storm center. The nail that Brother Chong hit was easily pulled out. The car also began to shake in this unprecedented storm. 2 nails were pulled out in a row. The only nail left was the nail that Fanchi hit. But when Brother Chong thought it was over, the storm suddenly dissipated. Fortunately, Brother Chong got out of the car to check. He found that it was Fanchi's nail that made a great contribution. But when Brother Chong wanted to praise Fanchi, he was surprised to see that the other party seemed to be out of control. Brother Chong accidentally found that the robot was out of control. But fortunately, as he kept hitting his head, the screw that wasn't stuck inside was finally removed from the body. And the car that survived the storm was fine. It was just a tire that was broken by a sharp diamond. But when the two of them were about to replace the new tire, they found that the diamond had been rolled by the storm. Brother Chong swiped around and didn't find anything, so he had to let the robot replace Fanchi for the time being. Fortunately, after a successful cooperation, the two of them finally replaced the tire. Then the driver's car continued to move forward. But at this time, Brother Chong's condition was getting worse and worse. Every time he coughed, he would spit out blood. They could only be forced to rest in an abandoned restaurant for the time being. Brother Chong led the dog to look for food. Fanchi was left to watch the car. But he thought he was too useless, so in order to help Brother Chong, he sneaked into the truck and wanted to learn how to drive the car. As a result, he hit the roadside directly in a second. Brother Chong heard the movement and ran out quickly. He saw what Fanchi was doing at a glance, but he didn't choose to expose it, but calmly let him bring a protective suit to prepare for the road. However, what surprised Brother Chong was that Fanchi did not give up learning to drive, but again sat on the mainframe and ignited the engine. As a result, he accidentally hit the wall again. This scene made Brother Chong worried that he might be leaving one day, and Fanchi was obviously not independent. So in order to speed up his growth, Brother Chong decided to put his hand under the sun. Under the direct shot of hundreds of times of infrared rays, his palm quickly turned red and twisted. It turned out that Brother Chong wanted to use the way of self-harm to try to make Fanchi feel the existence of responsibility. This scene made the robot have an idea. After returning to the car, he was in a state of silence. Brother Chong felt very uncomfortable after watching it. So in order to ease the atmosphere, he took the initiative to ask Fanchi to drive. After listening to Fanchi, he immediately swiped his legs, excitedly pressing the horn with his brain. Brother Chong saw this scene and also showed a happy smile. Although Brother Chong was not in a good mood on a daily basis, he was still reliable in singing. However, just at night when Fanchi was guarding the night, he heard a fierce barking inside the car. Fanchi heard a loud barking in the car. When he went in, he saw Brother Chong coughing with his mouth covered, and he spit out a lot of blood at a glance. His current state is really bad. He was even lying in bed and was unconscious. In order to help Brother Chong treat him as soon as possible, Fanchi's driver's car came to the city ruins. He and the robot went to the hospital together to treat him, and found all kinds of residual drugs in the corner. Fanchi flew happily, thinking that Brother Chong was finally saved. However, he didn't know the effect of these drugs, so he had to pack all the drugs. He didn't know that this was a trap set by the survivor. He just left at the corner of the driver's car, and the survivor hiding aside followed. After all, in the end of this ruin, a perfectly intact car means a greater chance of survival. At this time, Brother Chong, who woke up, found someone following him, so he hurried to escape through the gas door, but accidentally hit a bridge hole. The solar panel on the top of the car just stuck on it. In the end, under the full push of Fanchi, he was fortunate to pass. Although he temporarily got rid of the survivor, the solar power generation system has been completely exhausted. This means that they will soon lose their power. In the despair that gradually enveloped, the car was lucky enough to last until dawn. At this time, Fanchi found a butterfly on the window of the car. He was curious about this strange thing. Brother Chong was startled and shocked. He opened the door off the car in a hurry, shaking his arm without protection. As a result, he found that there was no burning feeling of the past. Then he slowly walked out of the car and exposed himself completely under the sun. At this moment, his heart was extremely excited, and the haze of the sky was dissipating. He finally waited for the long-awaited hope. As the UV rays gradually returned to normal, he believed that the smelly oxygen layer would be completely healed soon. In order to express his inner joy, Brother Chong wore a suit that had been pressed at the bottom of the box and generously opened a bottle cap to celebrate. He and Fen Qi sat under the sunshade, talking about their future life plan. At this moment, the two seemed to be a pair of old friends. After the hardship, they finally persisted in the shore of hope.